What if your AI assistant could use your browser just like you do? I mean, with all your tabs open, all your logins active, everything exactly as you left it. Well, today we're diving into a tool that does exactly that. It's basically handing the keys to your browser directly to your AI. And it's a fundamental shift in how we think about automation. So, here's the game plan. First, we're going to talk about the problem this whole thing is designed to solve. Then, we'll meet its solution, this Chrome MCP server, and peek under the hood to see how it works. After that, the really fun part, we'll look at its real-world superpowers, and we'll wrap up with how to get it running and a few really important limitations. All right, so let's start with a frustration that I bet a lot of you have felt. You've got this incredibly smart AI assistant, right? But the second you ask it to do something on the web, it kind of feels like it's trapped behind a thick pane of glass, just looking in. This quote from a developer just nails it. The old way of doing things, with tools like Playwright, always meant firing up a brand new, sterile browser instance every single time. It's like hiring an assistant who has total amnesia, and you have to reintroduce them to your work at the start of every single task. And just think about what that really means in practice. Every single task starts from a clean slate. The AI has to navigate, it has to log in from scratch, it probably has to solve a CAPTCHA, and honestly, a lot of the time, it just fails. That constant friction is the wall between having a simple chatbot and a truly useful AI partner. So, what's the alternative here? What if, instead, your AI could just sit right there next to you in your browser like a true co-pilot? Well, that's the beautifully simple idea behind the Chrome MCP Server. And here's the key. This is not some separate app. It's a Chrome extension. That means it lives and breathes inside the browser you already have open this very second, with full access to your tabs, your cookies, and all your active login sessions. The game has officially changed. Now, this is where it gets really interesting when you see them side by side. The old Playwright method is like trying to start a car in the dead of winter. It's slow, it's resource-heavy, and it starts completely cold every time. The extension method? It's like gently waking up your passenger. They're already in the car, already warmed up, and ready to go instantly. And this goes so much further than just reusing your logins. Your data never leaves your machine, so it's totally private. The AI has context across all your open tabs. It's even got a built-in semantic search for finding information intelligently. It's a whole suite of powerful capabilities, not just a one-trick pony. So how does this magic actually happen? Let's pull back the curtain on the architecture. You'll see it's actually surprisingly simple and, well, pretty elegant. It's really just a three-step dance. First, your AI, let's say it's Claude, issues a command. Second, a small Node.js bridge acts as a translator. And third, that translated command gets sent directly to the Chrome extension, which then carries out the action right inside your active browser. Simple as that. And the most crucial point here is that this is not some fragile workaround. Because it's a real Chrome extension, it has privileged access to the browser's native APIs. This gives your AI incredibly deep control over things like your bookmarks, your browsing history, even network traffic, abilities that external tools could only ever dream of. Okay, enough about how it works. Let's get to the really fun part. What superpowers does this actually give you? This is where the whole concept becomes a reality, and it is seriously cool. Just picture this. You're deep in some research, you've got maybe 20 tabs open. Instead of manually hunting for that one specific detail you remember seeing, you just ask. Your AI can read the content of all of your open tabs and give you a summarized, synthesized answer in seconds. I mean, that's potentially hours of work just done. And this next one, it brilliantly shows the power of being logged in. Forget about scripting with API keys or messing with OAuth flows. You just tell the AI, hey, go check my GitHub notifications. And because you're already logged into GitHub, it just works the exact same way it would for you. Now, for any developers watching, this is a massive one. Your AI goes from being a generic coding helper to a personalized debugging partner. It can take a screenshot of your local development server, read the actual console errors, and tell you what it thinks is broken. It's like having a senior developer looking right over your shoulder. And these three examples, as cool as they are really just the tip of the iceberg. The toolkit that comes with this extension is deep, with over 20 different functions ready to go right out of the box. And these tools cover the entire spectrum of what you do in a browser.
We're talking about managing tabs in Windows, visual analysis with screenshots, monitoring network traffic, deep content analysis, and even manipulating your browser history and bookmarks. It's pretty much total control.
All right, this all sounds pretty incredible, right? But let's ground ourselves in reality for a minute. We need to talk about how you actually set it up and, maybe more importantly, discuss some honest limitations you really need to be aware of. For anyone who's comfortable with developer tools, the setup is a pretty simple three-step process. You download and load the extension in developer mode, you install the bridge thingy using NPM, and then you just configure your AI client to use it. That's really it.
But, and this is a big but, it's crucial to go into this with your eyes open. This is still a new, early-stage project. It only works on Chrome-based browsers. And here's the big one. You are giving an AI direct access to your logged-in life. You have to really trust the AI you're using. Plus, for now, since it's not on the web store, updates are a manual job.
So what's the bottom line here? It really comes down to using the right tool for the job. If you need a sterile, predictable environment for something like automated testing in a CI/CD pipeline, Playwright is still your best friend. But if you want to supercharge your own daily workflow with an AI that actually knows you, mcp-chrome is in a whole different league. And all of this brings us to a much, much bigger question. When we give an AI the ability to act on our behalf inside our most personal digital spaces, that line between an helpful assistant and an autonomous agent gets incredibly blurry. Where do we draw that line? It's a profound question that tools just like this one are forcing us to answer right now.